As many researchers know, a good teacher is one of the most influential factors in student learning. Therefore, in order to develop good teachers, principals must make sure that they provide teachers with quality professional development that encourages teachers to grow professionally. Due to the mandates of No Child Left Behind, the quality of teachers has decreased because teachers are not given opportunities to grow and develop in their fields. Professional development for teachers is mostly focused on data and standardized testing. Therefore, less time is dedicated to sharing pedagogy among colleagues and the professional development needs of teachers. Currently, teachers are dissatisfied with the professional development that is being provided to them. Therefore, teacher-led professional development is a promising, effective model for teacher professional development. Teachers are dissatisfied with current professional development opportunities for many reasons. First, they are conducted in a top-down manner. Many teachers are not consulted on their professional learning needs based on their prior knowledge and experiences. Next, many teachers feel dissatisfied because they are only attending one-shot workshops. This type of workshop was created to give teachers effective teaching practices that had a lack of knowledge about them. Those individuals who plan and implement these workshops assume that teachers would automatically be able to incorporate these teaching practices into their classroom as soon as they were given the knowledge. However, that is not what teachers struggle the most with after attending a professional development session. Teachers have difficulty applying a new teaching practice into their classroom once they have learned it. Therefore, schools need to offer more support for teachers when they are implementing what they have learned during professional development into their classroom. Next, teachers are dissatisfied with current professional development opportunities because they are not given input into their professional development. Teachers are not asked what their professional needs are, and they are not given an opportunity, usually, to develop or to participate in the planning and implementation of the process of the professional development. And finally, many teachers find that they are attending professional development sessions where they're being instructed on topics that are unrelated to what happens in their classroom. One way, as mentioned earlier, to combat this dissatisfaction is through teacher-led professional development. This study will look at the impact of teacher-led professional development on the pedagogy of elementary school teachers through the Conceptual Framework of teacher leadership. Research has shown positive effects of teacher leaders on the self-esteem, pedagogical skills, self-efficacy, and morale of fellow teachers. The literature review of this particular study will consist of 3 different areas. First, current criticisms of professional development for teachers will be discussed. These were previously mentioned on the slide before. Next, characteristics of effective professional development will be discussed. These characteristics include strong leadership and support from administration, collegiality, and collaboration among peers, focus on content area as well as how to teach it, collecting and analyzing student data, making sure that professional development goals and school improvement goals reflect one another, having sustained professional development, making professional development part of the school culture. In other words, teachers see the importance of professional development and continuing their learning, and it incorporates the adult learning theory. It will also talk about teacher-led professional development, which consists of professional learning communities, lesson study, action research, teacher-led workshops, peer coaching, and book clubs. As mentioned earlier, the conceptual framework for this study will be teacher leadership. Teacher leadership is a set of skills demonstrated by teachers who continue to teach students but also have an influence that extends beyond their own classroom to others within their own school and elsewhere. Teacher leadership is not an assigned position, but rather a role the individual takes on. Teacher leaders can positively impact their peers and increase student achievement through teacher-led professional development. The specific model of teacher leadership used for this study was developed by the Teacher Leadership Exploratory Consortium, published in 2011. The Teacher Leadership Exploratory Consortium identified several standards for teacher leaders. These standards were created to encompass the various skills that teacher leaders have and how they can use these skills to work with administrators to positively impact their schools. The teacher leadership standards consist of 7 different domains. The domains are the following. Domain 1, fostering collaborative culture to support educator development and student learning. Domain 2, assessing and using research to improve practice in student learning. Domain 3, promoting professional learning for continuous improvement. Domain 4, facilitating improvements in instruction and student learning. Domain 5, promoting the use of assessments and data for school and district improvement. Domain 6, improving outreach and collaboration with families and community. Domain 7, advocating for student learning and the profession. The research design for this study will consist of a case study on a particular elementary school that incorporates teacher-led professional development for their teachers. The reason why it will be a case study is because very few schools implement teacher-led professional development. This study will also focus on best practices. The research site will be chosen based on whether a school conducts sustained professional development sessions that are teacher-led. Participants will include teachers that have led professional development sessions on their area of expertise, as well as teachers who attend the teacher-led professional development sessions. The site will be located in Pennsylvania because that is where the researcher has access. Triangulation will be used to collect information for this study. First, semi-structured interviews will be conducted with teachers. An interview guide will be developed prior to the interviews based off of the 7 domains of teacher leadership. Interviews will be transcribed and coded for common themes. Next, observations of teacher-led professional development sessions will be taken. The researcher will take detailed field notes, which will be coded for common themes. Reflective field notes will also be written to control observers' effect. Finally, documents will be analyzed. Teachers participating in this study will self-reflect in writing on their experiences with teacher-led professional development and its impact on their pedagogy. The written self-reflections will be coded and analyzed for common themes. Potential contributions to the field of education from this study include the following. First, this study will help schools create professional development sessions where teachers are continuing to learn about their pedagogy. Next, it will allow elementary public schools to see that this is potentially a useful technique when implementing professional development for teachers.